Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to Halloween. I'm joined by Kralik, the maker of this epic mod.
Hello.
Remember to dislike and unsubscribe. Welcome to what the hell is this? You guys can hear us all right? Kralik, give a wave so they can hear you.
Hello. I think you've just... I don't know what he's up to.
Hello, dudes. Marcia. Yeah. Also to report. Okay. So yeah, we're playing Goreagulation. This mod took what, about a year? A year to make?
Yeah, about a year. I started it around, I'd say, like August or September last year, and it was originally going to be an entry to a mapping competition. But I kind of liked the idea so much, I was like, why would I constrain this to just being in a mapping competition when I could actually make a thing out of this? I guess. Like, I was like, why not make it like an actual thing? So that's what I did.
All right. Starting it up. Hold on. Hello, Zella. How are you? Hello, Cappy. Hello, NVC. Hello, Kaiko. Hello, first place, last place. How's everybody doing? All right. Let me switch over to the game. Game moment. Game capture.
Is that a... Okay. Never mind.
There we go.
I don't know.
There it is. There's the eyeball. Oh, God.
Can you stream it for me in Discord, please?
Yep. Setting everything up.
I don't know what it looks like, bro. I haven't played it yet.
Yeah. The game.
I need to see what this shit looks like. You're setting me up for failure.
It says like streaming Gary's mod, and all right, you can see it too, right?
I can see it. I can hear it too. Oh, you haven't got the correct menu text either. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. Yeah, there's meant to be like a special font that's used for the menu text, and doesn't work for anybody except Clap.
Everyone just imagine the scariest text. Okay.
Yeah. Imagine the most horrible thing you can, and then multiply it by 6.
By 6? Oh goodness, imagine chugging those meat streams like a milkshake.
That's
Alright, let's descend.
That's a fort.
Oh, these menu sounds.
Remember that sound?
That sound I made that sound. I will take credit.
Because you smacked your microphone.
I smacked my microphone in a weird way, and it sounded like a weird, like, blood pumpy thing.
Where am I? Who am I? What am I?
Oh,
I'm gonna have your stream open as well, so I can look at what your community.
This is not scaled properly on the stream. There we go. Fixed it. All right. Like how we made it, or how we did this and that. Oh, we're gonna see some secrets of the game or behind the door stuff. I'm sure he'll explain a couple things.
Some secrets of the game, like some behind door stuff. Yeah.
All right, so we got the suit. All right, cool.
If Amicus is curious, he can, and I will.
They sent you to finish me off.
Offer. It's worthwhile.
Calm down. I don't know what I am. Who are you?
Don't know. You're a meat man. I'm one of those bastards they send to kidnap.
Oh, Scorn too.
One of them meat men.
Minds.
I don't recall.
This was slightly inspired by Scorn, but that inspiration became more and more distant as I worked on the mod more, until it kind of stopped being this is inspired by Scorn and more like, you know, if Scorn is everything is made of some kind of biological component, that's kind of about where the inspiration ends at that point. Like I haven't played Scorn still. I will, but I haven't played it yet. And obviously, I started working on this a year ago, so Scorn wasn't out yet.
Love the skin walls. Wonder if some assets maybe from Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
No, but I actually did take inspiration from that. That's a good pick out. So when I finished the block out and I was like, it's time to art pass this shit and come up with some textures, I actually replayed the Siamese mansion from Saimichi, I think it's how it's actually pronounced, the Saimichi mansion from VTMB to get some inspiration. Yeah, but I did not actually use any assets from VTMB. I considered it, but it's worth noting VTMB being on an older version of Source, a lot of the file formats are actually completely different from Half-Life 2. Like, you have to have dedicated tools for VTMB. So...
Got cool flashlight. Look at that. It's all meaty. Also got, like, the really bloody zombies.
So the head crab texture is from the beta. That was a really easy one.
Our friendly neighborhood meat man guy in a cage. I like that flashlight sound. Really good. So yeah, Kralik basically made everything for this from the ground up, or at least modified things to work for this.
Yeah. If there's a custom asset, I either modified it or just made it. All the weapons are made anew. Obviously, I made the levels myself. Goreagulation was an exercise in trying to make a mod more or less by myself, with just the tiniest of contributions from around the place. Because I lead a lot of team projects, right? That's where me and Amicus met on he does voice acting for another project.
Yeah.
And
for those of you who don't know, this is also the lead to RTBR, one of the main projects that I'm on. Pronunciation is funny, but I say like a Japanese
Samisi. Is this of a Saimichi?
Samisi?
It is a weird one. Yeah, it is a weird one.
Samisi. Okay. Look at this. Lasers. What does it mean?
So you'll notice that the hallway design becomes a little bit scaled back after that hallway, and that's because I made that hallway and Clap went, this is a very lovely hallway, but if you make every hallway like this, no one's going to remember anything between the hallways. They're just going to remember the hallways. And I was like, this is very true.
Platt is a playtester, for those who don't know as well.
He playtests basically everything I make, and he playtested Goreagulation quite a bit as well. He's a very useful feedback person.
Meat man with the meat bar.
Yep.
Oh. Head crabs. It's got like a very industrial mixed with flesh. Oh, it's the eye.
Yep.
Same hour, same minute, same second.
Do you want me to point things out as you're going through, or do you want to just come across them yourself?
Yeah, if I'm about to miss him, you can point some stuff out.
Alright, go back to the eye then.
Yes.
So, the eye here is used like the lambda from Half-Life 2. It denotes hidden areas. So, there's a couple of hidden areas throughout the mod which basically add little... Yeah, the ladder's a little bit wonky. I couldn't work out why it wasn't working properly, but it's a small one. Anyway, so
Chinese food in here.
Yeah, of course. Or I mean, you know, what's in those noodles? Best not to ask. So what is it? The gore eye thingy is kind of used like the lambda from Half-Life 2. It just kind of denotes a secret area. So there's an area in every gameplay map. So if you see the eye, that means look around a bit because there's something hidden.
It despises
this
man and a machine in equal measure. the crabs obey it as their matriarch. Yes. Was there anything in here as just like a lore cool thing?
It's just a lore thing, so I don't actually think there's any supplies in any of these secondary areas, but I didn't want there to be. They're kind of like, they're inspired by the Ratman dens.
How dare you waste those monsters by not eating them? Do you have any idea how many orphans and vampires you can feed?
Nagaraja.
Hello, Zeus.
Hello. So what I kind of wanted to evoke with these Ratman dens is the idea of being somewhere you're not supposed to.
Ooh, that was a nice
how
sound for the health.
Yeah, that was a really simple one, actually. I just took the normal health sound, pitched it down, and put one of my fleshy sound effects over the top.
Alright, come here. Oh, they got their... I haven't heard their sounds before.
Yes, so I did the voice acting for those as well. And I did the vocoder for him.
Sorry, what?
No worries. I just kind of like... I kept having people say that they felt like the Combine needed new voices. And I was like, probably right. And I didn't... And I kind of... the thing is, I say, I wanted to keep the interaction of others a little minimal. Now, it didn't make sense for me to voice the two prisoners that you come across in this, spoiler. There's a second one, voiced by someone.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I didn't know about that either. Crazy. Snuck in right underneath my nose. I just started up the game one day and he was in there.
Half-Life Scorn.
But for the Goreagulation, I was like, I don't necessarily need to get someone else involved on that one. I can probably just do it. And it makes sense narratively. I won't spoil why. Amicus can probably put that together from what he knows.
This place reminds me of my time in the track platform of Chicago Union Station. Dude, I've been to Union Station before. I fucking hate it there. I got mugged outside of Union Station.
Is it full of meat on the walls and bug hives and stuff?
Yeah, it's exactly how this looks.
It's just what we call the local deli. Meat on the walls.
VR port. How possible would that be for this? Is there like a lot of custom code in this at all?
It's based on map base, so there's a lot of things in this that will just work in Half-Life 2, but I don't think you could just put this in Half-Life 2. There's like for example, map base adds the ability, for example, for soldiers to use crossbows, right? And I have soldiers with crossbows in this mod, so that just wouldn't work in that just wouldn't work in HLVR.
It would need a lot of like heavy modification, I think, to be able to work for.
Yeah. Now the good news is
the zombies are on the same squad as the Corbine, right?
Yeah, they're not hostile to each other.
Oh, that's nice.
So this is one of those things that's like maybe it's a little different from Half-Life 2 gameplay because you've got an active melee threat and an active ranged threat, and they don't threaten each other. They work together.
With these meat like showers.
Yeah.
It's got like little scoops.
And you can kind of see it from the upper platform, but there's like a fan wheel in there that minces meat in like the bucket. But that's where the thing comes out. So these webs denote supplies 99% of the time.
A lot of code.
That was another
crafting.
So, I mean, the thing is, someone else could make a VR port of this if they wanted that was stripped down, because I kind of made this decision pretty last minute, but I also put out a bonus pack for Goreagulation, which is kind of like a variety pack of stuff. So, for example, the script of the script of all dialogue in the game is in there, and also the trailer timeline, because I put a release trailer out as well today.
Oh yeah, I saw a little bit of that.
I also put in a teaser for the Goreagulation for maybe what's next for Goreagulation, if there is going to be a next. It will involve Goreagulation, and then it also includes the unaltered version, or it's not unaltered, but the raw quality version of a piece of artwork which appears later in the mod.
I'm glad me and Amicus share the pain of being in that dreaded place. Yeah, Union Station fucking sucks. I hate that place. The thing I hate worse than Union Station, though, in Chicago is the bus station. The bus station in Chicago is fucking terrible. You get people outside. My experience with the bus station outside of Chicago has been me waiting for my like Uber to pick me up or like my ride to pick me up, and people's yelling at me, "Man, you need to call a cab. Nobody's coming for you. Like, leave me alone." Oh, neat. The fucking bus stations suck. These are really cool. Nice area. Oh yeah, the conveyor belts with dead bodies.
Bodies on them. Yeah. So the other thing that's in the bonus pack add-on, which I kind of put out as well, is actually the original VMFs to the mods, so people can just modify the maps and have a look at how I put them together if they want.
Oh, that's cool. Is that out now? The bonus pack?
Yeah, it's out right now. It's on the ModDB article. I talk about it in the Gore 3 section. And also it's just in the add-on sections. It's also got some developer maps. Nothing too fancy, quite honestly. A bunch of prefabs I put together. But just, you know, if anyone was interested in,
There's only one bus stop in Chicago. No, I'm talking about like the Greyhound bus stop. The Greyhound bus stop is fucking terrible. Oh, holy hell.
Someone on the fucking Lambda Gem video said Scorn if it had cheesy voice acting. no, cringe voice acting, sorry. Was their exact words, that it had cringe voice acting.
Scorn doesn't even have voice acting.
Yeah, well.
It has like screams, I guess.
I'm not a voice actor, you know, so I do my best. Alright? I'm not you know. I think the player lines came out okay, but I think some of them are. If I'd been so inclined, I probably would have redone some of them. But I think the lines at the end for the you know, the thing that you meet, I think those are pretty solid. I'm quite happy with how those came out. Ironically, I think though, even in those, I think my girlfriend does a slightly better job than me.
Amicus, make your own cover of Banana Man. You know, I would, but that song, it has like some minor criticisms for sounding racist, even though it's not. So I just kind of stay away from that as much as I can.
There's no real gore in this mod. I can tell you that for absolute fact. There is no real gore in this mod. So if you're at all worried about that, then there you go. And I think using real gore in mods that's like from like using real gore in things that's actually from violence in real life and not just like a cut. Like, you know, I've used references not in Goreagulation but for other things of like, you know, cuts and bruises and stuff, and that's fine, right? I think that's very mild, but actual gore is I think exposing people to that subconsciously is a little despicable. I don't really like it. So I didn't use anything like that in Goreagulation. The way I did it all was I used Substance Painter, and I created a lot of these materials. I mean, look, if you use Substance Painter regularly, you can probably tell the 3 materials that I regularly used.
Yeah, I recognize them.
You can literally tell the 3 materials I used. Probably the most obvious ones are the bone material, which I used basically without modifying. I used the creature tongue material and then made some changes to it now and then. And then I also used the I actually used the marble material. And then what I did with the marble material was I kind of just colored it red, and I got that idea from my girlfriend, who kind of suggested a sort of a well, we were talking about it, and I was talking about, oh, imagine if it like looked like ham, right? Like prosciutto ham, right? And she did like such a visible shudder. I was like, no, I gotta put that in the mod, don't I?
I won't lie, these Combine models reminds me of lunch meat wrapped together by bacon. I mean that in a good way.
You're really cooking my bacon. The quality of my character models.
Half-Life 2 beta real gore zombie texture burn victim moment. Is that a real thing?
I don't know. I mean, I've looked at the zombie texture and it looks a little sus. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised. Yeah, I don't like kind of when things use actual gore as a thing. It's like if that could be traced back to someone who died at some point, I don't really like it. You know what I mean?
It's like SCP Containment Breach as well. SCP Containment Breach at one point had a they removed it after they found out that it was an actual thing. But they had like a picture of like a skinned dog in the game once. At one point, it was like this. It came from like this picture of like this guy was cooking a dog or something. It's really fucked up, but yeah, they had it like there's this SCP that if you look at any screens or anything like that that's around it, it like shows like horrible images, and you have like a heart attack. And one of them was like a real gore thing, and it was like it wasn't the developer's fault. I think they just straight up didn't know. But they removed it very quickly after. Yeah, the original beta zombie face texture they used a picture of a burn victim. Oh shit.
Grim.
I remember that. Yeah. Oh!
Grim shit.
I just realized is that 3? Oh, I have grenades. Shit. Forgot about that.
To clarify my thoughts on that, I don't if you're willing to do it, I don't think there's anything wrong with looking at reference of how this stuff would look. Like, I don't think there's any, if you're willing to do it, right? But I do think
it crashed.
What do you mean it crashed?
It crashed.
Ah! I've seen like 5 people play it today, and not one of them had a crash. God's sake!
Wait, let me stream for you quick again. Did it?
That's fine.
Okay. 1 second. Let me start it back up again.
There's lots of autosaves, so
yeah, I can tell. I think this is right before I crashed, so I'll see if it does it again.
Sorry about that. I don't know. I just like that is so weird. I had
someone fully can sense their body being used as a video game texture. That's so sad.
Oh god. I mean, that's kind of like organ donation, so I guess it's like go for it. But
I mean, I guess you could say that if like you looked at like cadavers or something like that, for like reference. But like there was a case of I definitely don't support this when it comes to like employers like telling their people to do this. But I heard like The Last of Us and stuff like that. They looked at like real like snuff videos and shit. It's so fucked.
Yeah, like I'm not of the I don't think that you should be forced to. I think if you're willing to do it, then I don't.
The level transition.
Okay. I see.
Please don't crash.
Is it good?
There we go. It's fine. Okay.
Okay.
It crashed. I don't know if this matters, but it crashed because I was looking back at the door, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, I wonder... I don't know. The door is meant to close. I wonder if there's something weird that happens with that. I guess it's worth noting a lot of these maps are very complicated and kind of push things to the limit. So
what's that grenade say?
Gorenade.
Gorenade.
What resolution are you playing at? 1920?
No, I have a weird resolution. I'm playing at like 13 something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. That'll probably be why it's cut off a little bit.
1360 by 768. Yeah, I use a TV for my monitor. So, hello, Claytronics. Hello, Eric. How are you? Claytronics, one of the playtesters for this. Eric is Eric. You guys have seen Eric. For one of modern Mortal Kombats, they had to do an animation sidewise group therapy session IRC because they look at actual gore. Yeah, I don't think anybody should have to be forced into that. I mean, if an artist like wants to take the liberties to do that, like whatever. If they want to like do it on their own accord, but I don't like. For instance, I don't use, because I work with a lot of organics. Like organics is mainly most of my 3D art. I don't use that as a reference at all. But I mean, I've been a teenager before, and I've looked at that stuff when I was a teenager. but it definitely isn't something that I use as like a texture wrap or like a like direction for my art. I just naturally am pretty good at making gross stuff anyway. Oh, it's a grenade.
Yeah. And stuff like Substance Painter, you know, as I said, I'm pretty good at just kind of letting you skip having to do that sort of unpleasant legwork, because their procedural materials are really good. So I didn't feel the need, you know, to really dig into it in that way. It just didn't seem necessary. I've seen plenty, don't get me wrong, because it's like, you know, you do a job like at ModDB or in any social media thing, and you're gonna see it, right?
Oh yeah,
but
for people not aware as well, Kralik here is a community manager for ModDB as well. He's got a lot of things under his hat.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the way you say that.
No, I mean, you know, it's about correct. Yeah, but it's more just a thing of, you know, I don't willingly go looking for it.
I think one thing is
it's not fun, you know what I mean? It's like it's not like I sit up awake at night, but like, you know, I don't like kind of just being in the middle of my day and then being reminded of that thing I saw once and going, you know, it's just not fun. So
that's probably why of psychos. I think one thing is that games often overdo it. Like lots of games do a kind of blood fountain thing. Are you talking about like when? Are you talking about like the like Grand Theft Auto Vice City, like shooting somebody's head off with a sniper and it goes? What about our social media, Robo? Did you modify their lines, like rewrite them, or did you just kind of re-record them? I heard him say "Goreagulation."
Oh, the Combined Soldiers. Yeah, they some of their lines are different. So instead of anti-citizen, they say anti-meat man. Instead of Freeman, they say what is it, like meat man as well, I think, because you're a meat man, and also an anti-meat man. And then instead of Overwatch, they say progenitor. And there's a couple of other things like that, sprinkled around the mod.
Ouch! Oh jeez.
I'm not going to talk about every case of this, but there's some lower level asset stuff here going on. Like, for example, the antlion webs are red and the antlion hives are a different color. And I had the capacity to make, you know, custom assets. I did a lot of it for this mod, but I also had to think about the fact, you know, as a solo project, I needed to keep the scope realistic.
Yeah, you do need to be able to get it out.
Exactly, and so, yeah. And so when I wanted to actually try and get something, you know, interesting out there, you know, that made a room look a little bit different from Half-Life 2, it's something as simple as using one of the very common Half-Life 2 generator props and turning it red, right? It's very simple to do stuff like that, and it's very efficient.
You use the horror sound from Half-Life 1. That's cool.
That's right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Pat's suggestion. He suggested there needed to be better telegraphing on these things, and he suggested a sound. And so the obvious candidate to me was the horror sound from Half-Life 1. It's like, oh, let's have them scream, why not?
This does look like bacon. Looks like giant piles of bacon.
Yeah, that's the one which was the marble texture and then made reddish. Yeah, looks like prosciutto ham, you know.
Amicus, would you play this SCP Containment Breach MTF mod? I've played it. I've played a tiny bit of it before. Is it still being developed? Ooh. I know that they actually helped with a regular mod or regular update for SCP Containment Breach, but that was a long time ago. Yeah, exactly. Red cloud mist. Use the shotgun and poof. No, not that. Like shooting an NPC and getting a massive blood cloud. Oh, like Fear. Okay. Yeah. But Fear, it's more of like a stylistic choice. Is there a... Oh no, I think there is elite Goreagulation, I believe, right?
Yeah, later in the mod. And there's also another enemy that I reskinned, quote unquote.
You skinned them?
So these guys aren't just retextures. These guys are actually re-sculpts. So I started from the Half-Life 2 one. I then basically subdivided it once, and then so they're higher poly right away. And then I subdivided them once, and then I did a bunch of sculpting, and UV unwrapping these guys is kind of sucky. So for the most part, I did projection UV unwrapping, which is a really lazy way to do it. But like a lot of the seams,
smart UVs.
yeah, like that. But a lot of the seams are covered up by the fact that like it's fleshy anyway. So the holes between the flesh almost look like layers of flesh kind of put together. Like the seams between different bits of flesh. And so I think it, broadly speaking, actually works most of the time. You know, to clarify, that will not always work in my favor, right? And I do UV things properly sometimes. But
SCP cinematic mod with a fully modeled Shy Guy. Are you gonna say cervix?
I mean, I can't blame him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Necks aren't the only thing that SCP is snapping.
I want to make one of those over-the-top kind of games one day too. Too bad I made a Portal 2 mods, so I can't exactly make it dramatic. You could. I mean, it doesn't have to fit with within the theming of Portal. You could make a Portal mod that's like... I've noticed this with Portal mods, by the way. Portal mods usually stick with the universe of Portal. That I've seen, at least.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at Goreagulation. Doesn't pay any attention to it.
You could.
And I think it's a Half-Life 2.
You could make a Portal mod and just make it completely unrelated to Portal, but just like have some other theme completely. I mean, if you look at Norbacular Drop, the game that was basically the complete inspiration for Portal. That is the same. It's the same concept, but it's a completely different theme. I hear a meat boy. A super meat boy. I saw while Kralik was making some of these rooms, and the scale of these are huge, so huge, and it took him so long.
Yeah, each of these. So usually a corridor, I usually the way I set it is the way I work on it is I work on mods every day, just after work or to see my girlfriend or whatever. You know, I literally do this every single day. So what was the deal with Goreagulation was, you know, if I would set out to do a hallway that day, you know, and just then that would be my bit of Goreagulation that day, and you know, maybe that would take like 2 or 3 hours, right? Do like a really nice hallway and maybe one room beside it as well. But rooms like this took about a week each, working on it 2 or 3 hours a day to actually get right.
The health bar is called the meat meter. The meter.
The meat, yeah. Hey, meter. Can I borrow your egg meter?
Meter. Dinosaur eggs.
Well, stuff like this took a while, basically. Yeah, this is another case of I didn't model these anew. These are reskinned watermelons, but it was like that fits in pretty well, I think.
Are they? What are they called?
Flegs.
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 Gordermelons.
Well, both work. Gordermelons and flegs. I like fleg because it's it's funny.
It's funny.
The funny sound.
Or like a Goreagulation. I haven't seen another eye. Have I missed one?
What do you mean?
Another like eye, cool lambda, cool thing.
No, you haven't.
Textured melon, my beloved. Look at these.
You haven't missed one.
Oh, that light turn off. Oh, these are
So
cool.
these moving fleshy bits in the wall are actually like a slime texture, like a Nickelodeon slime or something like that. and then I made it red, and I made it move, and I put it in the wall. This was after my girlfriend suggested that I have like moving kind of like rivers of like mints, like beef mints and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, that might be interesting. So I did something like that. Yeah.
It reminds me of it reminds me of like the what are they called? Hunters from Halo.
Yeah. The actual green variant without the red is used in RTBR for our med packs and med vials. You know, the moving texture in them. Not the med packs actually, but the med vials, yes.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of that. All wriggly.
Yeah, so these are actually world textures which are then put on displacements. And so that kind of wriggly effect is done by just kind of, you know, making the displacement a bit wonky. So
Oh, there's an eye. If you guys see an entrance to an epic, oh, never mind. Is this it? Nope. If you guys see an entrance to a thing, shout out, a clue, a clue. Mincemeat, meatballs, my beloved. Ah.
this is probably the most hidden one, I would say. They get the next one's less hidden than this one.
Some green slime. In the walls ooze green slime. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
There we go. It's like little regular areas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a complete clash. The clue is your IP and the time your parents leave for work.
Excellent.
Yeah. It is not creative. It can mimic, but not create. It attempts craftsmanship.
Tense assmanship.
Oh man, that shotgun sound. It's got a good punch to it.
Yeah, I think
Wheelbarrow.
is an interesting thing. The pumping sound was originally just some kind of fleshy noises. All the fleshy noises I made, by the way, by snapping celery, squishing out sponges, and punching the palm of my hand whilst my palm was wet. Stuff like that is how I put together a lot of the Foley, which is then mixed together with other things. Some of these sounds are used from gun sound libraries, and then I kind of pieced them together.
First death.
First death. Second crash? No. Okay, you're fine. Right. And yeah, but some of them are actually recorded as well. Here's to lick the walls and dig your way in like a dog nose. No.
So
gross. Oh, that's nasty.
That's nasty.
That's nasty. Yeah. Some of the sounds though were done with field recordings. So, for example, I have a lot of Nerf guns. So I actually recorded some of the Foley using Nerf guns. So, for example, for the shotgun pump, originally it just had fleshy noises as part of the pump. But playtesting kind of revealed that it didn't really sound like substantial enough. It was missing that slight mechanical element. When you think about it, you look at it and it's made of bony parts, so there would still be a kind of mechanical crunch noise. So then what I did was I pulled the bolt back on one of my Nerf guns and kind of tweaked with that. So that's how I did it.
I think I need to cut that back on the schnapps, Zella says. Well, like SFM artists made their sound effects by punching their palms. I read that as punching their penis for a second. I was like, oh my god, that's dedication. I always love the story of that, like, some sound effect for Zen in Black Mesa was made by punching, well, not punching, slapping the sound designer's wife's wet ass. It's a fantastic way to make sounds.
I'm like
I'm gonna die again.
99% sure that. I'm pretty sure he just used that as an excuse, to be honest. He was like to his wife, "Hey, look, I need to record some sounds for work, babe. You know how it is." And she was like,
Well, I guess if it's got a good,
"Fine." You know.
it's got a good purpose.
I mean, I guess you do pay the bills, so. All right, I'll help you. And he's like, "Yes." I mean, thank you, my love, for your assistance in this matter.
SFX artists either make wacky animations on Team Fortress 2 or FNAF porn. There is no in between. There's no in between at all. Oh my god.
God damn, your ass is getting handed to you, bro.
God damn it.
God damn. God
When
damn.
it works, it works. There are interesting sounds in that regard. Absolutely. Come here.
If you're worried about the save loading, yeah, quick saving does still work fine. This isn't one of those mods where it doesn't work.
Yeah. Kind of stupid. Oh.
Great. I did conscript my girlfriend into this, as you'll hear at the end.
Oh my god.
Not in the same,
You just
not in the same way
melted
that, not in the same way that Black Mesa Joe did. But I don't know who the sound designer is. So that's just what I'm going to.
Black Mesa Joe.
Yeah.
Mr. Mesa.
Exactly. Like Mr. Worldwide, but Mr. Mesa.
Also, she does loads of singing in the Zen music. You know, the oh. I don't think it's the same person. I'm talking about the sound effects designer, not the musician.
Fairly amicus. You're factually incorrect.
Yeah.
Clearly, you've never owned an air fryer.
Clearly, you've never owned an air fryer, Mr. Taylor.
Clearly, brother, you've never used my traps. I did enjoy doing the voice acting in this. I do like little bits here and there for other things, like, you know, like a tiny bit in RTBR, right? But like, by and large, like, having a project like kind of Goreagulation is pretty nice because I could just kind of do shit. You know what I mean? I could just kind of, I could go, hey, this is an interesting idea, and then do it. Because I could keep my scope small, and you know, running a big team is its own kind of pleasure because we can do incredible things that could not be done alone, right? But at the same time, there is a kind of freedom to being able to go, I wonder what would happen if I just did X, and then just doing X, and then maybe X turns out to actually been a really bad idea, but you at least get to get that far to actually deciding that on your own before, you know, putting it before the committee, and the committee goes, no, it's a bad idea, and then you don't get to see what it may have looked like, right?
So
There's
So is the fog blood? How many diseases are in this place? Because there's no way there's not diseases.
Well, luckily for you, you are diseases, so that's fine.
You are diseases.
No, John, you are the zombies, and then John was a zombie.
At Zelistar, everyone in this mod has AIDS. I think they got something a little bit worse. I think everybody in this has like Ebola or something.
Would you say Ebola is worse than AIDS?
Yeah, AIDS doesn't melt your insides.
Oh, I didn't actually know what I thought Ebola was like COVID.
Promise.
It wasn't really a thing over here, so we just kind of saw everybody get worried about it and went, What are those Yanks up to?
It's me.
So,
Whatever you do, don't
there you go.
press that button.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now and drop Game Boy in it. He actually didn't let you even start. He sprinted to the button. By the way, Game Boy didn't know about this at all, but he sprinted to the button, and as your guy went, "Hey, wait it," he just fucking pressed it and killed you immediately. He did not even wait. He didn't wait for the first set of lines to finish or the second set of lines. He actually just sprinted to the fucking button and smashed you immediately.
Smash him.
Oh shit! Oh,
Go on.
you!
He's dead.
Sorry. It had to be done.
But yeah,
I did it. See?
So Game Boy immediately kills you. I hope that inspires faith in your friendship.
Oh yes. I'm going back though. I don't want to kill him.
You don't want to kill him.
Yeah. I don't want to kill myself.
When he is the.
Oh, here we go. I thought that's how you save him. He literally says, "Don't do it." No,
He just says, "Whatever you do, don't press that button." Why would he walk up and go, "Whatever you do, do press that button"? There hasn't got to be another way out of this.
Wait, whatever you do, press that button. Oh!
We had something pretty torturous planned for that sequence, and I decided to not because I felt like it wouldn't actually be fun. So originally, when you pressed the button, it was going to go down really slowly, and you were going to have to basically sit there for like 10 or 15 seconds whilst the guy begs and pleads with you, and then in the last couple of seconds he starts swearing his lungs out and cursing your fucking name, right? Before he gets slowly squished into a pulp. And like,
Oh, look at this.
sounds like absolutely metal, but I kind of thought about it and I was like, God, people are gonna play this and they're gonna fucking hate it, right? Like they're gonna hate this particular segment because it's just I felt like it was gratuitous. I felt like it was overdoing it, right? You know, this is all meant to be kind of, you know, scary, right? And kind of like, oh, this is eerie and unsettling, right? But what I kind of don't want is for people to not want to play the mod because there's a segment in it like that just makes them feel awful.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. It's not
Oh, the
that.
pus blood room. It's so adorable.
Yeah. This
There we
was
go.
meant to look like a stomach, so that's why there's a green projected texture looking down. It's meant to look like a stomach, and I was tempted initially to make the red kind of green, but I figured that might be too much green, so it to be like stomach acid. So instead, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, like stomach blood, like maybe an ulcer's burst or something, you know.
Thank you, and good luck.
Oh, also, Game Boy did go and get this skull as well. So he squished the guy, and then he also went and got that skull. Save him anyway. And then he walked into the hidden room, which you can access if you do get both skulls, and went, where's the gun?
That would have been me if you'd pressed that button.
So, he found a secret I don't expect most people to find except on repeat playthroughs. Totally by accident. Because he
Imagine
was
a block of ice water, but instead of water, it's
he was so eager to kill you, Amicus. His bloodlust could not be sated, right? Unless he immediately squished you into paste and then put you on his toast.
Oh, I need the second skull for that.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a loading.
There's tons of revolver ammo in that room, which is meant to be a little joke.
Because you can't even get the revolver.
You can't get a revolver at that point. And there's a clipboard which gives some lore details on what the meat spinner is. Not essential for this because you kind of have to go back and play things weirdly, and I don't want you to have to break the flow of your stream. It's not a secret like the eyes, where it's like I intend kind of for people to to see the eyes, like Valve kind of intends for people to find the Ratman dens to provide some extra context. I don't really expect people to go after that meat spinner room. I expect someone to go, oh, there's a second pedestal here. Oh, I can get 2 skulls. What if I do that? And maybe for 1% of people to go and do it. Or for people like Gameboy to accidentally find it and thus get the details. Get the details for free, right?
Dang it, this makes me wish I went to the vampire rave yesterday. Oh, you didn't go to that? What's this? Oh, there was a scary down here. Oh, Jesus! There was! Just unintentional.
There's a boy! I'm afraid of men.
Meat spinner room? Yeah, this revolver is called the meat spinner.
Yep. So the meat spinner sound is actually recycled from another mod I made. I still made the firing sound from a combination of things. Plus, I fleshed it up a bit from Goreagulation. But I made a mod for the first Pathologic. The second one fixes every problem I had with the game, which is why I kind of stopped modding Pathologic, because the first one was pretty not fun. But the second one fixes every problem, so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna bother modding this anymore. I don't have a problem with this game anymore. Modding the first one I made at that revolver firing sound, and then I just kind of repurposed it a bit. So
No, don't even utter those words, please.
what, meat spinner?
I guess. Meat man fighting with the meat creatures in the meat facility with meat weapons. Yep, that's this entire mod.
Exactly, the entire mod is meated up.
Also, something that Kralik pointed out to me while he was developing this is all of the guns have kind of weird ammo counts.
Yeah. That was a Clat suggestion as a mild balancing thing. Like, he thought the shotgun, I gave it initially had 8 in the mag and 40 in reserve. Or was it a 32 in reserve? Point is, it had quite a lot in reserve and 8 in the mag, and it was just, you could just kind of play the whole thing by just using the shotgun. And so he said, reduce it to 5, and whilst you're at it, why don't you reduce the SMG's ammo capacity to 41? Because it's not going to really affect balancing all that much to have 4 less rounds in the mag. But what it does do is it kind of helps solidify this idea that these are not really natural weapons.
So I'm so happy that light is not a fleshlight. I believe that was a thing that was brought up by Eric.
Loads of people have called this a fleshlight. It's not a fleshlight, but loads of people have called it that.
I think you spent your vulgar token with the meat spinner.
Yeah, I don't think I could get away with it again. Someone's asking if there's any story. It's not a story-heavy mod. You know, it's like, well, it's a little bit like Scorning, but you're kind of just supposed to play it and experience walking through it, really.
There's no story.
This one has a bit more action, I guess, than Scorn. That's just by virtue of being a Half-Life 2 mod. But there is some story, and there is some details that are given away. As I say, you find the Ratman dens, and you learn a bit more, you know. And these places get fleshier as you go on, but it's not story heavy. There's a bit more context for things at the end, but it's not story heavy. Basically,
like nothing makes sense.
It's not really designed to be like your thoughts and your choices matter. Every single thing, you know.
Kralik, where is all of the lore books that I can read? All of the lore books.
Yeah, the other
corner. Where's the little terminals where I can go and like see all the story? Bad game, no lore.
Like as I say, I basically didn't want to, as Keiko says, I basically didn't want to really like overdo it with the story. Like I feel like a lot of these things are best left ambiguous, right? It's like, do I really need to explain how all of this came to be? It's not going to be fun. You're just going to be sitting here listening to someone talk to you about all this. You get given some context about, you know, your journey, where the guy goes, "Oh, you're there's guys kidnapping us, and there's a really big evil guy. Go kill him, right? So you get given your context and your inciting incident, and then you learn a little bit more from the Amicus prisoner, right? A little tiny bit at least. And the Batman dens do give some details, but the main thing was I kind of want you to draw your own conclusion. It's like, what is going on here, right?
Star, I am seriously worried about what's going through your brain. Everything you say makes my day worse. Oh shit! The crossbone. That's a patented name by me.
Yeah, well, this was called the bone bow before, and then you said, "What about the crossbone?" And it was like, that is such a better name. That is such a better name. But I was just like, yeah, well, that's what it's called now. I'm not even gonna bother calling it anything else. It's not gonna get better than crossbone.
Need more flesh, 7 out of 10. What? Need more flesh? There's piles of flesh. Ouch.
Literally piles of flesh, in fact.
Walls of flesh.
Luckily, there is not literally piles in this game. That's not one of the diseases that is around here.
Oh, I like the way it sounds. The crossbone.
Oh, okay. I think the crossbone is the best bit of sound design I did for the weapons. The crossbone is 100%, every single sound the crossbone makes, 100% done by hand with Foley. My own Foley, recorded sound effects. There is no sound libraries or nothing used for the crossbone. Every single sound effect is entirely my own. So the firing sound is about 4 Nerf guns recorded from inside the barrel. So that's important, because when you record inside the barrel, what you actually get is you get the kind of like the push forward of the spring and the air. So you don't get the mechanical noise outside the gun. You get just kind of like the air and spring noise, which is what I wanted. So about 3 different Nerf guns for that, and then you put a little bit of flesh with it as well. And that's kind of part of the course. This is Goreagulation. And then the tendon that gets pulled back, and that is meant to be like a tendon, like in your ankle. I hope that makes you feel uncomfortable, because it's meant to. Imagine pulling one of those back until it twangs, and that is what's going on with this crossbone. The twanging sound was made by strumming an elastic band across a cardboard surface. And then another one was where I just basically pulled an elastic band taut, and like recorded the kind of creaking noise it makes. Put all that together, and that's the the elastic band noise, and then the putting the actual bolt back in the beware of these elites, they can use SMG grenades. The putting the actual bolt back into the crossbone was done using a that was recording a magazine going into a Nerf gun, and then fleshing it up with some of the fleshy sounds I've recorded, like as I said earlier, like celery and squishing out sponge and stuff. So yeah,
get a good close look at these guys now.
Yeah, that was sort of the point behind this area. I did want to steadily introduce these new Gorbine elites, because they have a couple of extra functions over default Half-Life 2 thanks to map base. But I also think they're the best of the enemy models that I made. So I kind of wanted the player to be able to look at them.
Oh man, that looks so metal. Nah, it looks flesh, not metal. Look at these. It's a chapel.
I think this is probably one of the rooms I'm most pleased with individually. That piece of artwork has an interesting story behind it. It's basically the creation of Adam by Michelangelo, shoved through Deep Dream, and then a render of the Eye, the old god from this mod, which you'll see later, also shoved through Deep Dream, and then lots of photoshopping and lots of a little bit of manual artwork later, and that's how this came to be. The unaltered version of this, as in the raw image, not the in-game version, is in the bonus pack on ModDB. So if you want the actual original, full edited image, then you can get it there. This zombie head also has an interesting story. Me, Game Boy, and someone else were gonna work on a PS1 horror map for a mapping competition, and then they changed it to be an escape room for the fucking thing, and it was really lame. So we were like, "Hey, we're not doing this competition anymore." But we were going to replace Manhack with zombie heads.
Oh, that's crazy. So they're like chew you.
Yeah, that was the idea, and then that didn't happen. So I just had this animated zombie, because I animated this zombie head and stuff, right? I just kind of had this sitting around in my files for like a year and a half, and then originally this was another skull that you picked up and put on a pedestal, but I think it was Clap that suggested it to be something more unique. And then I was like, oh, okay. Well, I have this singing around in my files, probably. I could just actually shove it in the mod. So...
It's really cool. It's like one of my favorite parts of the whole mod is this weird moving mouth, severed head.
Mm-hmm. The whole creation of Adam thing is the,
oh shit, they hit you. Oh no, they...
He just kind of swipes you a little bit pointlessly. There
okay.
was a thing here where he would do a little bit of damage, but I couldn't get it working consistently. It either wouldn't damage the player at all, or the player would take continuous ticks of damage even when he wasn't swinging, and it was just awkward. So I was like, alright, bugger that. It's fine.
Us.
I left the interaction in there because I think it's cute, but you know.
What a cutie.
Look at him go.
So this building feels like an entity copulating with itself, with an entire non-meat being with a magic wand.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Oh shit. Oh, I missed. God damn it, I can't fucking use this thing.
Get good.
Got him. There we go. It's the red orb from DMC2, DMC3.
Oh, there's someone on the fucking RTBR server playing Goreagulation. That's interesting. The other guy's making a tiny breen in Blender. I don't know what that's about.
Oh, damn it.
Ow.
I'm not that far back. Oh, fuck. I guess being bad at video games, skill issue.
Very like when the Gorbind said it's gorbing time and really gorbed all over those guys. And really gorbed all over Amicus.
Oh! There we go. Got him. It's gorbing time. What? That didn't kill the fucking head crab?
I'm not sure you hit him because the crossbones should kill it in one hit. Unless you hit the poison zombie, because no matter where you hit the poison zombie, there's always a poison head grab that spawns.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I figured that out after killing more poison zombies than in the rest of my life testing this fucking mod. So I was like, there's always a poison head crab.
This game is what I'd imagine Flesh Pit National Park would be if it was industrialized rather than turned into a national park. We're going to gorbulate Gorbachev. These meats make me want to gorble down like a fat turkey. All this like ambient music was made by Kralik as well. Ooh, an eye. Can I squeeze through here?
Okay, here's to hoping this works.
Oh shit.
Okay, cool. Oh! Okay. The explosive canister is a backup. So in case your initial grenade doesn't do it, but it still ignites the canister, the idea is the canister is meant to then blow up the wall. It's kind
But then it also acts as like a trap.
But 9 times out of 10, what happens is that you throw a grenade in, it works, and the canister comes flying out at you. So...
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, I made like a little kitchen. They were cooking.
It was the most dangerous weapon and the only hope.
Oh, I think you're reading them out of order.
Oh, it could create, it could...
No, there's even one more. Before that.
Shit.
There we go.
All right, let's oh, what's down here? There was another. A golem of pure form and purpose. It could create, it could invent. It was the most dangerous weapon and the only hope. There we go. What could it mean? They were harvesting the power of meat, not infected, but got infected by it. Yes. Hey, that's where Zelastar lives. It's a little cozy.
What in the Flesh National Park? Oh no, in here.
Oh,
okay.
in here?
Oh yeah, there's also little bits of flesh next to a frying pan, so make your own conclusion about what this guy who's been writing all this shit has been living on. I like to think, here's a little bit of headcanon. I mean, I made it, so it's not headcanon, it's word from God, I guess. It would be the TV tropes term. I like to think that the reason why these areas have no flesh in them is he ate it all. In however long he's been surviving down here.
Cutting it off the walls.
Yeah, he's been because the idea is that this whole facility was kind of something before it was bastardized by the Eye. Like maybe it was like mining equipment or just like an industrial facility or like a bunker or something, right? Like the idea was there was some kind of purpose to this beforehand. So if you cut away all the flesh in some places, you might get the metal. Although in some other places, the flesh is purely a new growth, right? And the closer you get to the top of the spire, ironically, the closer you get to the surface, I wanted to kind of defamiliarize with that, and kind of make a different thing. The closer you get to the surface and thus the Eye, the less of the original architecture remains. I can't remember who it was earlier who said, did I use stuff from VTMB? These kind of bone archways,
Oh!
Ah! Okay.
Is that a crash?
Yeah, it's a crash. Game Boy crashes game by doing an SMG grenade, weirdly, as well.
Really?
Yeah, what's the deal for these fucking...
It doesn't want to let me
SMG
quit.
grenades?
Hold on.
Oh, you need to go to the secondary desktop to do this. This is a very weird one here.
Yeah, this one like didn't even crash it, it just froze it.
I've actually had this kind of very weird SMG grenade crash in Half-Life 2 before. So I wonder if this is just something that I've made worse. Or something. Yeah, you need to go to a new desktop and then
No, I got it.
Task Manager.
There we go.
Yeah.
Half-Life 2, there we go.
There are some instabilities.
I mean, it just released. Things will get patched, I assume.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
As
would
you-
like to find patches for these things.
I mean, it just released. Like,
There's no custom code, so sometimes apart from map based. So when I run into crashes like this, I'm like, hey, it's quite challenging to diagnose, because it's like, okay, so is this a problem with map base, or did I cause this by having weird map geometry? I don't know. Just keeping it, because there is these maps are absolutely at the limits, right? Displacement limits, and there's lots and lots of entities and lots of detailed brushworks. It just there's a certain amount of this that's just inherent. The source is a flawed medium for this kind of highly detailed stuff, I guess. But you know,
NVC,
at the
nice
same
new
time,
video,
there's-
by the way. What a cool meme. Did he
Nice
turn
new
another one
video.
of my funny jokes into a video? Bang.
I wonder if it has something to do with the water. Maybe the water doesn't like having an SMG grenade thrown into it.
I could test it. Yep.
Oh, that's exactly it! Huh! Let me write that. I actually have a bug report, a bug form that I've been maintaining. That
That's
was a good,
definitely it.
that was a good fucking catch. Well, alright. Let me write that down. I'll put that on a priority list to fix that shit. I appreciate you being willing to quickly test that.
Yeah, no problem.
If you use an SMG grenade in the shallow, half water source texture areas, game usually crashes. Huh, how about that?
You could try a grenade too, but I won't crash it again.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just very interesting that happens. So, okay, so it is a little bit wonky how that water works. I'm still a little bit curious as to why that causes a crash. But it's using the water source textures to Top Hat Waffle. Except his water source textures are not actually designed to be used as water. What they're actually designed to be used as is world textures to simulate nice looking water. So what I do when you can walk in them is I actually have them be a non-solid funk brush, and then I have a water brush underneath them. So I assume that interaction is what's causing this.
Ooh, elevator.
I don't know exactly how to
That means it
fix
doesn't
that
look
because
like
I want
being hooked by grenade.
I want the water texture thing, but that's interesting.
Reading up in the chat a little bit, Kaiko just said "fuck" moment.
Excellent. Assume it's when the fucking mod crashed.
Fuck moment. Want me out? Oh shit! I'm stupid. It's like that thing like when you get into an elevator, where they say go into an elevator, but don't turn around and see how people react. Just keep looking at the wall. Imagine chugging that water.
Didn't they do like a psychological study where they had someone stand in an elevator facing the wall with their back to the doors, and then they had someone else standing in the elevator just facing the doors, and no one got in the fucking elevator with the guy standing with their back to the doors?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
One. Yeah.
Oh,
it's like, well, to be fair, I don't blame them. If it was a weirdo looking at a wall in an elevator, I'd probably not go in there either. These sort of gravity lifts, which are kind of Halo 2 High Charity inspired, slightly, was suggested by Clap. These used to be spiral staircases. Because I have a lot of spiral motifs in this mod, because it's meant to be kind of Junji Ito, somewhat inspired. He did that that story I think called Uzumaki or something. Look, I'm sure someone in the chat knows this. If someone in the chat knew the Samichi room from DTMB, someone in the chat probably knows what Junji Ito story I'm talking about. But I have a lot of spirals around the place because I specifically wanted to evoke that imagery of spirals being in places they're not supposed to be.
I haven't seen this before.
This is the Flish tank.
The Flish tank. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have not seen any of this before.
So these Flish were something I modeled just for fun about a year and a half ago. Yeah, the honeycombs from Ep2 just retextured. Same with the antlion bollocks.
Like these.
Well, that's what they look like now. They didn't before, but now they do. The Flish was something I modeled for fun a couple of years ago, like a year and a half ago. And then I repurposed them basically right before Entropy 02 released to be used in Entropy 02. And they are used in one place in the entire game. It's the only place 1UP could quickly shove them in before the game released. And then when it came to Goreagulation, I was like, you know, I could just use the red skin I made and just put it in like a tank. Because it's made out of like the same. I made it basically the same way I make a lot of stuff here. Cause I just kind of made it with the creature. So. I'm not the other Amicus. I'm Kradek. I made this mod.
And the other Amicus.
I made this mod. I'm talking about the mod.
The other Amicus. Yeah, I'm just doing 2 voices right now. I actually don't have a special guest. I'm just talking to myself.
You're like Zoidberg from the episode where he starts singing with his 2 tongues. And he sings in different voices. Wouldn't it be so weird if you were walking up to someone and they just, like, they could sing, like, in a Johnny Cash voice, but they could also sing in, like, a Justin Bieber voice?
At the same time? Like,
at the same time.
with themselves?
Yeah, they did, like, a duet. Johnny Cash feat Justin Bieber.
I thought I was gonna crash again for a second. It just stuttered.
Yeah.
God, they don't make games like they used to. Games used to just, you know, you'd get the disc and it would just work, you know? That hope is you. That weapon is you. Ascend the spire. Destroy the eye.
Oh, I can't even use that pistol.
Negative. It's out of bullets.
Man does not use pistol.
No.
3 Amicuses confirmed? What? Where'd the 3rd one come from?
Yeah, okay, Amicus's secret twin. Yeah, alright. You got me.
This mod looks fucking awesome. Good job, Amicus, too.
Thanks.
Every person I... Oh. Every person I bring on is just another clone of me.
Mm.
Oh!
I don't think you can fall down.
Oh, I thought I was gonna be... That's why I preemptively screamed. Oh, can't fall down there. Ooh. Can I...
No, no, you can't. I made this one not destructible. That felt like a good idea.
Oh, there's a little... Not a little, a huge portal.
Tell me, little sheep, do you know what I am?
A monster. I've come to turn you blind.
And in the process, have come to be blind yourself. You are one of my greatest progeny, a golem of pure form and purpose. You possess that which my other lackeys did not. Independence, ingenuity, imagination. So it is you have forged your way to the succeeding.
You're not really the chosen one, honestly.
Your experiment is concluded.
You're the chosen one that was thrown aside because he decided not to have a chosen one.
And this is my favorite track in the entire mod. I love this track. It's good.
That old god is voiced by both me and my girlfriend. So I synced up. So I recorded all the lines.
Oh.
She recorded all the lines. I did edits to both. I synced them together. The idea was the eye is not a creature of gender or of any kind of... It's meant to defamiliarize it more. It's meant to make it feel more unsettling. You know, like you can't really understand what it's about. So...
Why is this so cool? Kralik, why is it so cool? Explain.
Big eye, fleshy, talks in cool voice.
Sick fucking beats, holy shit. Yeah, I really like this track. Oh my god, look at all that shit. Oh! Look at him go.
Yeah, the revolver is called the meat spinner.
Is that weapon called meat spinner? Yeah, yeah. His bone bar, meat spinner, flesh MG, flechette launcher, crossbone, and Goreagulation, but it doesn't show up because I've got a weird resolution. Oh, such a good track.
My girlfriend was not sure about voicing the old god until she did her line and I put it through the same editing stuff that I put mine through and synced them up. And then she was like, oh my god, it sounds so cool. So then she wanted to do the rest of them. I was like, go on, give it a go. Let me do one. Let me show you what it sounds like, and then you can do the rest.
Explain your fucking self.
Go back up here. Ooh. Ammunition. Oh, somebody just shot a fucking thing at me. Where was he? Where was he? I don't know where he was. Fucking launched him. Question, can I crawl into its iris and pop in there like Danny DeVito escaping from a couch?
Maybe.
What? Oh. Oh shit! Oh. Okay,
That was lucky. Sorry, I've desynced from your Discord stream a bit. I'll be right back.
All this time, I've been fighting a power I didn't understand.
Oh shit!
Now I do.
I didn't know
well,
I'm
you got
wisdom in using it
the bad
myself.
ending. Well done.
Very good. However, there will be sacrifice.
That hissed
What?
us.
A sacrifice!
Yeah, my girlfriend really enjoyed doing that line in particular. She said she was really pleased with how her hiss turned out. Sacrifice.
To be lost.
Is this fucking song on YouTube or somewhere similar? I think you uploaded it, right?
My greatest strength.
Yeah.
My ingenuity.
Where are people asking that, by the way? Because I don't.
Oh,
There's
put it to live
some-
chat.
Mercy. Confusion.
Live chat.
Yeah, put it to live chat instead of top
Brought on
chat.
by emotion. These
Oh, I see.
weaknesses
Sorry, I'm missing a
are
bunch
no
of these.
longer.
And even that say fucking or shitting or anything like that, it filters out.
Grass shall turn to veins. The dirt will turn to muscle. Those who live above will become one with the
Yes,
earth.
I'll put the playlist in the chat. Although I don't know if YouTube will automatically pick it up. This playlist contains all 7 tracks in the mod.
We shall build a spire that reaches into the cosmos.
There you go. I've just put it in there. That playlist should have all of your 7 tracks.
Will remain.
It should show up. If it doesn't, I'll paste it myself too.
Sure. Yeah.
There was the scary ending.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me! Look! Oh. God damn it, Amicus won. Vlad for sticking by me and setting me straight. Commando for chain ragdoll. Up at Waffle for water source Texas. Sloth for sound design door and window decals. Silent for animation. Fnuxery. And you, the player. Meat man.
The
Oh!
Meat Men.
Let's get the good ending.
Yep.
Remember.
There should be an autosave right before you go in the pod. I deliberately put one there because I was like, that just makes it easy to decide what ending you want to get. Yeah, it's right here. This time you can not fall through the hole. Okay, you're alright.
Perhaps I was too quick to judge your flesh. It hides a greater strength than I thought
Later, nerd.
possible. You have met your maker, meat man. Join me again as my fittest enforcer, as you are always destined to.
No! I willn't!
Tyranny. It down here. I will not abide by it. This spire will crumble.
Then you shall crumble along with it.
I don't want to crumble. Shucks, man, I missed the stream. No, we're still going for a couple more minutes. A couple more minutes. Oh, shit. I thought I just blew him up and he said, "Oh, nice." Medicus? Staples, you missed a lot of meat. Oh, I hear another.
If
Does
you
the
sprint,
hunter have
if
a
you
cool-
if you run sprint couch jump, then you can get up these.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna need to crouch jump. That said, there should be a bit of platforming because otherwise it was just walking up hallways. And he said if there was platforming, it might engage a different part of the player's brain. So I think it made a little bit of a fresh change. It's even more stressful when you get shot at whilst you're trying to make it work. So.
Yeah. Is this game dairy free? No. Plenty of milk. What's this game about? It is about meat. It's about meeting your maker.
I don't like the word meet being used as a verb to meet someone. MEAT.
To meet someone.
I don't really like that vibe.
Well, it's like how gore used as like a noun is like, okay, it's like oh, it's like a pile of flesh or something like that. But goring someone sounds significantly worse to me.
Yeah, that's like a bull, you know, like goring you on its horns, right?
Yeah. What is he? Do these have like a special name?
They're just called meat hunters. It's kind of hard to turn hunter into something else, so I just call them meat hunters because they hunt meat, right? So it's like
Base
whatever.
hunter.
Yeah, exactly. Ze heter very vanta spela little daughter.
Yeah, but it's meat. Oh. Hi. Oh my god.
Rip.
They fucking shredded me. Oh, god damn it.
Probably I would suggest use the weapons that are good against them in episode 2.
Yeah.
Because they have a natural damage resistance to all other weapons in Half-Life 2 apart from the revolver.
This fire will crumble.
This fight is a lot harder without the revolver. Game Boy struggled quite a bit more against these hunters. Because he just squished you into pulp immediately. So I'm pleasantly surprised. By the way, he didn't press E on the pod immediately. He pressed E on the button immediately, but he didn't press E on the pod immediately. He instead immediately shot the things either side of the pod. So
he just, what you're saying is he just wanted to kill me.
yes, he just had an unsatiable bloodlust for yourself in particular.
Oh shit. No!
Rip.
Okay. I'm gonna actually quick save this time. Maybe that'd be a good idea.
I saw the tyranny you constructed.
I saw the tyranny you constructed, you fucking eye.
Fire will crumble.
You're an eye.
I don't like it.
Aye, Captain.
I can't
I
hear
can hear you.
It's the same thing.
Wow, we're like,
Oh!
you know, buddies.
Buddy old pal.
We're like,
Oh, the
we're like
gamer
buddies.
setup.
Maybe even lovers. Just joking. Unless. Don't worry about it. Cool.
How much gelatin can I acquire in one room? That sounds like a Mr. Beast challenge. Hey, I can get him from here.
The particles on these hunters are unique as well. Iridium helped me work this out. They have like, just like red particles, which kind of is more, in keeping, right?
Yeah. I got him. Motherfuckers.
Careful. You're not out of the woods yet.
He went, oh! Yeah.
I think he says hurt there. Do I remember that line properly? I may not.
Hurt. Wait, can I?
Oh, I didn't know that was wide enough. I made it thinner to stop you doing that, but I guess not. Well done.
Speedrun strat?
You've invalidated your own role in the mod.
No!
That's it. I'm removing Amicus. Actually, I'm making it so that you have to squish him in order to progress.
The only thing you are now is dead.
Bitch! Bitch! So if it's not dairy-free, then there's milk in this place. You can make meat cheese out of it? You could try.
Mees.
Me's.
Cheat. The cheese bees. No, the bee's knees.
Bees
is what I
nuts.
meant to say.
I don't know what kind of world I'm leaving to. It didn't look good, not from the people in here. They've got their own problems. But now, they can face the problems from above, without menace from the problems below. Where I'm going, what I will do, who I will be, I don't know for sure. But for the first time in my short life so far,
Did your game
I
crash
don't
or are you
see
still good?
flesh.
It's still going.
I see grass.
Oh,
I see
okay.
dirt.
It cut
I
away
see
from
a
me
world
and
of
this
potential.
connection was bad. All good.
And
Oh,
I
weird.
see hope.
I see grass. I see skies of blue.
Doing your mom.
Doing your mom.
The
Doing your
original.
mom. Holy fucking shit, kills. That was fucking monstrosity.
That was Goreagulation. Go. And everyone
Gordon.
is dead in the end. That was Gordonulation. Gordon Fremulation. Who lives in the flesh pit right under your feet? Mr. Meatman. Are you ready, Meatman? Imagine trying to reintegrate into society looking like that. Yeah.
Well,
He goes out.
maybe
He's
that will
like,
be the plot.
I wonder what world I've gone into. And then Gordon Freeman just
everyone's
shoots
like-
him because he assumes he's just a monster.
It's like, that's probably something from Zen. You're like,
Yeah.
hello. You're like really well spoken. Like, hello, sire. If I may interrupt, is there any perchance that I might? It's like a Vortigern. It's just like perchance.
Perchance. Hey, and the background changed.
Yeah, it does
Nice.
that for the bad background as well. If you want to load it up, you can go into the console and type map underscore background in one word, map underscore background. No,
on.
as in the map command, the command is map underscore background. That's the command.
Oh.
There you go. That's a command you can use. No, okay, right, that and then space. No, not like that. No,
Ah!
abacus. Right. Map underscore background is the command. Then you type a map.
Oh.
So gore. So you want gore underscore bad underscore bg underscore bg. That's it.
BG. Holy crap! There's freaking. There's eyes. Can't just say perchance.
What I was slightly going for this, I don't know if anyone's ever gotten the old god ending in Lost in Vivo, but this is what I was going for here.
Amicus, I dare you to end the stream with the same image you did yesterday. Don't fucking tempt me.
1 second here.
But yeah, there you go. 2 different ending maps. At the you get this ending map obviously if you get the bad ending. So
Oh my god, I'm gonna have this on my fucking computer. All right. So that was Goreagulation.
mhm.
Yeah, that was it. If you guys haven't played it yourself, hello Marvius, you're a bit late. I'm about to end the stream, boy. If you haven't played Goreagulation, it's in the description of this stream. I'll also post the link to it in the chat quick. Hold on here. There it is. I'll pin it quick. I probably should have done that at the beginning of the stream, but I'm stupid.
What did you think, Amicus?
Thought it was pretty great. I think that guy who voiced the second character was cool.
So Entity.
No.
Because he's the second voiced character that you meet.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think he's cool. Is it bad at ending really bad if you're sharing your meat? True. Is it really the bad ending, Kralik, if you're sharing with society?
I mean, yeah, it's up to you.
What in the goddamn?
Oh, great. Pregnant Sands is not how I saw this stream going.
How could you not? Hold on. There we go. Perfect. All right. So yeah, that's gonna do it. If you guys have not played it, or you want to play it, it's in the chat and the description there. It's free, obviously. If you just need Half-Life 2, right? You don't need, or do you need Episode 2?
You need the SDK 2013 single player.
Oh yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah. So you can it's basically completely free. So fucking go play it. God.
Thanks,
Fuck.
bro.
This will be a trend from now on. Santa's pregnant with the Goreagulation MC. How the fuck did I eat an entire Did Sans eat an entire basketball? Oh, Staples, you don't know. You don't know. What in God's name are you doing? This is normal, Mr. All right, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Goodbye. I gotta play a funny sound effect first. Oh.